Jim married Shirley in '63, and it didn't take long for that first baby. They loved their boy and were gunning to make it too. So they said their prayers for another sweet kid, and when Mike saw the baby, he cried and hid, 'cause his brother turned out to be a girl named Sue.
She had eyes of blue and hair of gold. Her diapers didn't stink her, I've been told. She was quiet in church and even kept her playpen neat. And jealous little Mike said she looked like a squirrel, but Shirley had herself a little dream girl. She had more sparkle than all the gold I could eat.
Well, she grew up quick and she grew up mean. Her fists got hard and her wits got keen. Her skills on a horse could put John Wayne to shame. In the winter she'd be ripping on snowmobile toys. In the summer she was crossing up neighborhood boys. She took the confidence and crushed it with her game.
Well, pretty boys chased her across the years, and for each poor chump it ended in tears, 'cause no flower or poem could ever tame that shrew. By the time she met Kevin, she'd had enough, but we won't get into that mushy stuff. He must have done something good to find himself with Sue.
So they bought a sketchy house in Briarwood. Jim didn't like the look of that neighborhood, but Sue fixed it up and planted all the trees. So they pressed their luck down on 18th Street, where folks handed out drugs for trick or treat, but that little white house was full of birds and bees.
My mom loved me, just a little stinker. With my cute face, had her hook, line, and sinker. She bandaged my wounds and paid for the bones I broke. She gave me her brains and competitive spirit. When I would complain, she'd say, stick with it. She raised me on hard work, Jesus, and Diet Coke. Now I'm a grown-ass man, maybe a stinker, a husband, a teacher, an occasional drinker, and all my best qualities come straight from you-know-who. She done so much for me, I don't know what to say. To love a dummy like me a little more each day, that's the unconditional love of me, Mom Sue.
I was a buck-toothed nephew, but she never stared. She let me ask questions like, what's up there? She smiled at me like I was on sale at IKEA. And I know this sounds too good to be true, but my sweet aunt taught me life lessons too. Like only love can solve a problem like Maria. Well, I'm a little older now and I can see her themes. The driving ambition, the schemes and dreams, and a quiet confidence that she's gonna make it through. She's happy to help you, whatever it means, whether up front or behind the scenes. I wish everyone had a friend like my Aunt Sue.
Well, she was Miss Bukema a couple of years. She got a new ring and Mrs. Spots was here. It was chaos, but for those kids, she'd pay the price.
Yeah, she would. Pay the price.
She taught math and science in middle school punks and dropped down a few grades to those little chunks. She broke up fights and made everybody play nice.
If you're gonna play soccer, then play the game, 'cause your bunch ball crap's driving me insane. Well, that's a paraphrase, but she would call you a turd. Yep, you learned she was firm but incredibly kind, and she poured out the love for your little mind. And when you were down, she had an encouraging word.
She developed a weakness for those misfit toys, the soft, quiet girls and anxious boys. Mrs. Spots could connect. She had ideas of what to do. So she got the Peytons, Justins, Nathans, and Rubens, would medicate herself with spring break cruising, and each new class list had a hot batch for Sue.
She might ask for forgiveness, but rarely permission. Her lessons came to life with careful precision. Those students got to see and smell and feel the precious earth. And what about the heap of other gifts she had? She grew salmon, led robotics, and Olympiad. No salary could reflect her incredible worth.
And now it's been a good run of that crazy vocation. She's all ready for the big summer vacation, the kind that starts and stops as she may choose.
Might be the busiest beaver in retirement. We hope you saved enough to pay the rent. Yep, we're awful proud of that wonderful teacher named Sue.
Yeehaw!
None of that again.
good. I thought it was gonna be. We'll do a loop around you.
Damn it.
These come straight from you know who.
2, 3. Who's back? Am I out of it?
You're out of it, Jake.
Am I out of it?
You're out of it.
Am I back?
You're in it.